Hey friends, and welcome to the Oh What a Beautiful Morning videos series. It is Thursday. What a day. Honestly, I had a serviceman come to pick up my air conditioner for the winter, and they said that they were supposed to be here at 8 a.m. So I got up at 7, had the house all ready, and they didn't come until 3 o'clock. But that's a first world problem. I should be grateful that I have air conditioning, which I am. But it stunk having to wait around the house all day. Anyway, let's jump into today's reading, Psalm 126, 4 through 5. Restore our fortunes, O Lord, like the torrents in the southern desert. Those that sow in tears shall reap rejoicing. Although they go forth weeping, carrying their seed to be sown, they shall come back rejoicing, carrying their sheaves. So, full disclosure, I had to look up what sheaves meant. And it turns out that it is, have you seen those like bundles of wheat, like long, tall grasses of wheat that are bundled up like in cartoons? That is a sheaf. So, it really is a powerful imagery, you know, a person going away crying with seeds and coming back rejoicing, carrying an abundant fruit of their labor. And that image really does speak to what God can do in our life, but there's an untold story between those lines. Because harvesting any type of plant, it takes a lot of work. You have to water it, till the soil, put fertilizer, care for it, make sure it gets adequate sun, you know. There's a lot of work, you know, rooting out the weeds, then harvesting it and cutting it back so it grows more. And there's a lot that goes into producing a harvest. But I think that the truth that what Jesus is getting at here is that there's joy to be found in that work. That what comes from putting in that work of, you know, caring for that wheat, it produces joy in your life. And I think that we are those seeds, you and I. I think that that is our faith. I think that when we are in periods of grief or in challenge or trials, when we're weeping, and we plant that seed of faith and then we cultivate it, that's when we bloom and grow. That's where the joy is found. And it's actually pretty beautiful because that is the good that can come out of any situation, out of the bad. In that process, that transformation, that growing process, is born an inherent joy in us that produces fruit, an abundant harvest. And I think that that's really encouraging to hear, especially when you're in a season of sorrow or weeping, that Jesus is giving you the seeds to plant, and he's going to help you cultivate that so that when the season is finished, you'll not only be rejoicing, but you'll have a harvest of your own to share. You know, this is what I found to be true during my recovery from anorexia, during my ulcerative colitis, during my mom's stroke. God helped me care for that seed of faith that, you know, by the grace of God was planted during those hard seasons. And I did find joy through that pain. And I did find an abundance that I could share afterwards. And I think that that is our faith. That's how Jesus works. That's how he shows his love for us. It's a beautiful thing. So today, as we go forward, let's just ask for the Holy Spirit to help cultivate the seeds of faith that we have growing in our own lives right now. Help water them and care for them and root out any weeds. And then let's look for that joy, because it's there. Jesus promises it to us, and it's there to be found. So let's look for it. I hope this made sense tonight. I'm a little bit tired, but thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tonight on the blog.